Hello everybody, it's Alistair here from FaithWorks again, and I just want to say a massive thank you again as we start another month for all the work they're doing, all the compassion you're showing to so many people across the different projects within the FaithWorks family. And I'm here in our sort of little office in Winton Methodist Church, which we use to do all the sort of things like the finances and the communications and working with those wonderful people who give money to the different projects, and also where we work with you as well. So we just want to give you a little insight into that. But I saw a really great description that helps to understand what we do at FaithWorks. Somebody said, if you see someone drowning, you want to throw them a rubber ring just so they are stable and don't go under. That's great. It's even better if we can attach maybe a rope to that ring and help them to get out of the water, if you like, out of the difficulty, the cause of their problem, and onto secure and safe dry land. And that's a great example of what you do, because we had a really great example recently, actually, which might tell that better. A family came into Christchurch Food Bank, and it's a family with older children, adult children, but there are lots of mental health issues around. And what was great is, when you go into a food bank, it's not just the material help, the food. There is obviously the relational support of sitting down with somebody and saying, how's it going? What's your situation today? And that's exactly what happened. And as trust grew with that family, they were invited along to the community meal at Christchurch Food Bank. And that provided them yet more opportunities to talk with people, and they started to open up about the financial situation. So we were able to then pass them on, if you like, pass the baton on to the community money advice team, who were able to sit down and work through their finances. And it became clear quite early that they were going to really struggle to find accommodation that would suit them. Brilliantly, at just the right time, we were about to seek a family to move into our third Hope into Action move-on house. You can find out more about those on the website. And this family were perfect for this particular home. It was great. We were able to get them into that. And then there was another group of volunteers from the church community and friendship team who again took up the baton to walk alongside and to give hope for today for that particular family. Great result. And yes, you could say, well, that's just one family. But then you look at some of the numbers. I'm going to throw some statistics at you. I'm sorry, I love numbers. But we've seen over in the four food banks, Christchurch, Blandford, Poole and Wimborne, July to September, we saw over 935 different people or families. And then that's 125% up on last year. Over 150 people are getting help from the community money advice team at the moment. And at least 14 of them in the last couple of months have got through to a satisfactory conclusion with a debt management plan or some other way of helping with their finances. You've got the storehouse team and the Christchurch furniture bank team are doing 7 or 8 deliveries to people moving into maybe moving out of emergency accommodator into something fresh, getting some furniture to them at a really crucial point of their lives. 43 families recently responded to the survey that the Smile Lone Parent team put out. And through that, they were saying that almost 95% or more of them were getting help with at least one of their really top 3 issues. And then you read that 40 people are coming along to the arch activities. That's the Monday to Friday activities we do with people coming out of recovery or homelessness. We've got 5 people being trained in the carpentry workshop, making beautiful things for the doorstop shop. We've got at least 4 people a week coming to the connection stations who are on the street or just on the verge of losing their homes. So many people that you are impacting in different ways. And thank you for your care and compassion. We'd like to find out more about what it's like to volunteer at FaithWorks. So with this video, you're going to see a little survey that Rachel's put together where we're going to ask, what's one thing that we do really well? And what's one thing that we could do a little better about working with you as volunteers? And indeed, we'd love to get your view also about the actual service that we provide in the different projects. So please, if you've got a moment, fill that in. Let us know so that we and the team leaders across FaithWorks can sit down with you and try and work out ways which we can do better. So in the meantime, if you want for me to unpack any stuff or to cover specific things within these videos, do let me know. And if you've got any stories that you'd like to share, they're just more and more stories we're getting out of the way that people are getting helped through your work. So in the midst of dark times, it's so good that your day-to-day care and compassion is there so that each family, another new individual can know hope for today. And I pray that you know that too. Thank you so much for all you do.